Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are popping the hood on the digital architect, how ChatGPT works. Look, we all use it, right? But today we're actually moving way past that familiar little chat box. We're going to break down the actual physical journey and the hidden mathematical logic that makes the whole thing tick. So, let's just jump right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to imagine you're just sitting there, typing a super simple question into your laptop, like, what is a black hole? Now, the exact fraction of a second you hit enter, those words, well, they stop being words. They instantly transform into this rapid-fire sequence of raw digital data, kicking off a massive, high-speed journey. This right here, this is the catalyst. This is exactly where the intensely complex engineering truly begins. So where does all that data actually go? It doesn't just magically float around in the cloud. It physically travels at blinding speeds. We are talking literally near the speed of light here, through these vast hidden networks of fiber optic cables. Just picture it for a second, diving deep under oceans to reach a massive, highly secure AI data center. And inside, thousands of high-powered processors activate all at the exact same time. Billions, yes, billions, of neural network connections light up in this intricate, perfectly coordinated dance. Honestly, the sheer scale and the speed of this physical infrastructure firing up all at once, it is absolutely staggering to think about. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it completely bursts the bubble that AI is somehow, alive. When those processors light up, it is definitely not thinking like some deep philosopher. Instead, it engages in token prediction. Basically, it is the world's most advanced, spiciest autocomplete. Here's how it works. The system breaks our language down into these tiny little puzzle pieces called tokens, and based on the absolute mountain of text it was trained on, it calculates the mathematical probability of what the next most logical token should be. Then it calculates the next one, and the next one. It is literally building the response piece by piece, relying entirely on deep statistical patterns, not conscious thought. And because those data center processors are just so incredibly powerful, this massive mathematical guessing game happens at a speed that feels basically instantaneous to us. It creates this beautifully seamless user experience. You just see words appearing one right after the other on your screen. But as you've probably seen, it goes way beyond just spitting out text. The interface takes all those predicted probabilities and organizes them into perfectly structured summaries, or even generates diagrams to break down really complex concepts for you. In a matter of seconds, pure raw processing power becomes a highly articulate answer, instantly boosting your ability to synthesize information. Let's move to and see how this builds, because obviously we're way beyond just answering a simple homework question now. This underlying mechanism, this incredible ability to just predict patterns in language, it turns out it's universally applicable. I mean, imagine a fast-paced montage here. You've got a programmer writing complex code, a teacher structuring tomorrow's lesson plans, a doctor synthesizing dense medical data, or a business pro drafting quarterly reports in like half the normal time. The real-world versatility of this tool is exactly why it is completely reshaping so many different industries all at the exact same time. So the crucial point is, while this technology is undeniably powerful, it is definitely not some all-knowing oracle. Yes, it can answer, summarize, translate, and write code like nobody's business, but we really have to recognize its boundaries. By default, it doesn't just have some magical open connection to all real-time information on the web. And honestly, most importantly, because it operates purely on pattern prediction, it absolutely cannot guarantee factual correctness. It predicts what sounds right, which, as we all know, is fundamentally different from knowing what is actually true. And that is exactly why your human oversight, your human brain, remains absolutely essential. Now, when we kind of zoom out from our individual glowing screens and look at the macro level, the true mind-bending scale of this digital architecture really comes into view. I want you to imagine the Earth, completely surrounded by this invisible web of glowing digital information streams. These massive AI servers, they aren't just isolated calculators sitting in a dark room. They actually act as these giant global hubs, processing language and connecting people all over the world. We are talking millions of queries being sent, processed, and answered every single minute. It is a massive testament to human engineering, creating this incredible web of interconnected knowledge that quite literally spans the entire planet. To bring it all together, I want to leave you with this really defining thought directly from our source material. It says, ChatGPT predicts patterns in language to generate helpful responses. It doesn't think like a human, but it can assist with a wide range of tasks. I mean, that perfectly encapsulates everything we've explored today, doesn't it? It is an absolute master of patterns, an incredible digital assistant for sure, but fundamentally, it's a machine made of mathematics, not a mind. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to ponder something for a second. As this pattern recognition tech becomes even more deeply integrated into our day-to-day lives, how is it going to fundamentally change the way we collaborate, not just with machines, but with each other?